awesome emergent things that can't happen in any other game.
Yeah. And so Shrouded Spoils is our next update, which is coming late November. So we're currently testing that with Pioneers, making sure that everything functions as we expect. And it's really a collection of tons of features that people have been asking for and everything, and a few that
Tell us about some of the features. If you
yeah. So some of the stuff we've confirmed already before I get onto my Sea of Thieves and start leaking a few things is fog into the world. It's like a really just a new, really atmospheric thing that's going to be there. So this will roll in over islands where you want it, makes visibility.
We can see a little bit
really
of it on
hard.
the Ferry of the Damned.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Right? If you look off, you'll see it.
Yeah. So, but this will be in the world again. Like it can
It's
just
almost
roll
like an
in.
emergent threat in itself.
Yeah, and really makes the crow's nest a really great kind of tool, because if you climb up, you can get above the fog, you can kind of see, and it really means those sea rocks and islands almost they become a hazard when you're just sailing around.
Sure.
And it's like John Carpenter's The Fog, basically.
Right.
Like things will just emerge out of nowhere. Probably most of the audience too young for that reference.
Yep.
But showing my age there. But so that's super cool. It's really atmospheric, really different. And we're expanding ship customization, so you're going to be able to customize the ship's wheel, the cannons, the capstan. So some really cool stuff there. Like
What about the name?
Sorry, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet, but that will come. That will come. And obviously the kind of the much more explosive barrel is part of that update. And we're also going to be introducing rewards for the Megalodon and the Kraken. So that's something new that we haven't spoken about before. So yeah, if you manage to take down the Meg, or you manage to take down the Kraken, you'll actually get rewards from them, which is something like people have been asking for, especially even from like the Hungering Deep. They were like, give us reasons to go and replay, give us reasons to go battle the Megalodon and stuff. So that's going to be coming in. And we're also going to be making more of the skeleton ships. So at the moment they are like you can only really go and encounter them when you see the cloud on the horizon, the kind of ship-shaped cloud. But yeah, they're going to be more emergent in the world now, roaming around. So like when you're looking through the spyglass and seeing a ship on the horizon, it's like, is that a player? Or is that a skeleton ship on their kind of own adventures and stuff? So that's going to really add to the feeling of the world, I think, when it's going to be a bit eerie when you encounter one of these. Again, if you think about the fog, you think about a skeleton ship emerging out of it. Like it's like that's literally John Carpenter's the fog.
Now we've got an event happening right now, don't we?
We do, Festival of the Damned.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we basically wanted to make dying fun, didn't we? So it's new and interesting ways to die.
That plus face paint.
Yeah, face paint as well, which for anyone that watched last week's kind of weekly stream that we do from the Sea of Thieves studio.
And if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it, because you guys do an amazing job. You've got this beautiful set that looks like a tavern.
It does indeed.
A real world tavern. I've been there. It's lovely, and I highly urge people to go to seaofthieves.com and check it out. But anyway.
Yeah. But somebody had used the face paint and some of the cosmetic clothing and stuff and the hair color to basically look like a really terrifying clown. And
oh no, no.
And they were incredibly good at the game, and they were just they were just hounding us for about an hour. But yeah, that was part of the stuff we brought in with Festival of the Damned. But really, it's about the different ways you die. If you go to the Ferry of the Damned, you'll be able to light your lantern a different color based on how you die. If you get struck by lightning, it's white. If you get blown up by, I don't know, a volcano, it's red. And you can then take that back into the world and light the lanterns on your ship or the kind of braziers in the world. And so that will be staying in the game beyond Festival of the Damned. So the only thing that's kind of time limited is the cosmetics you can earn during that time.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, like it's really cool. We like doing fun, kind of silly things like that. It's like we always wanted to make death fun in Sea of Thieves. That's why the Ferry of the Damned is there. It's why it's a social space. And so we wanted to enhance that with Festival of the Damned.
And almost as releasing things like the Festival of the Damned and seeing what players do with it. Like it almost feels like we release it and that's the beginning of the feature and the beginning of the tools, and then it's really like seeing where
does it go.
That's it. And our community is just so creative and so incredible, and it's just like we almost can't keep it up. With all of the streams and clips and pictures. It's just awesome.
We saw somebody, we imagined that someone would light all of the lanterns around the ship different colors like a party boat, but someone also then filled all of the cannon barrels with different color cursed cannonballs, so which kind of give off these different color glows and stuff. So like and shared an amazing screenshot.
How festive.
And again, we just didn't think, like we didn't even consider that, right? We were just like, oh yeah, people will light up the ship, and then someone went and took it to the next level, like they always do. community always surprises.
It's. I'm just going through the chat here. People are very excited about the Megalodon.
Yes.
Some of the taken down. They're going to go back in and take them all down. And
there you go.
The Kraken. Now, what's also a lot of people forget is that you've successfully launched the game. It's going great.
Yep.
And you can play it on PC as well. And that's an incredible option for PC players. How has that gone? Because it's great to be able to use if you've got a great PC, you can use, or even a not great PC, you can use it. You can
absolutely.
Be
I mean, the kudos to the team that essentially managed the PC version in-house. We wanted to make it work on laptops and PCs that weren't powerful.
Right, the full spectrum.
Yeah. So the team did really well, and also actually support a lot of high-end features as well, but also keep that as parity as possible with the Xbox One version, the Xbox One S version, the Xbox One X version. Right. Because for us, it's our goal's always been we want players to play together, and we want to remove barriers to play with the people you want. Yeah. And that's something that we hear people talk about it. We see people's home setups where someone will be playing on the console on the TV, someone will be playing on a monitor on a PC next to them. So it's just really about us enabling you to play with your friends as easy as possible.
Wherever you are,
whatever
you're doing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But the platform tools of like cross-save and cross-play and all those incredible, like the play anywhere kind of stuff. It's the fact you can just be playing on your console, then you can be traveling on your laptop and play, and everything.
And you don't
transfers.
have to sync anything up. It just happens.
Absolutely seamless. It's just magic, basically.
Yeah, it's actually.
I know it's not magic, but for me,
it's actually Azure and cloud gaming. But yeah, I mean everything. Sea of Thieves is a persistent online game. We have very clever servers and services that keep all that stuff.
That whole team
in our Azure cloud, which is great. And so it's really about, when you go in and play Sea of Thieves, you've always got all your progress and your friends and all that stuff wherever you want.
Yeah.
So it is like magic. We want it to feel like
basically
magic.
I don't understand how it works, but it just does.
It just does. The engineers do. Now, can we take some more questions from the floor?
Totally. Cool. Yeah.
All right, let's take a look. We've got a question right here. Hi there, what's your name?
Hi, ahoy. My name is Caesar. I'm a
We
pirate.
met yesterday. How you doing?
I'm a pirate here from Mexico City. It's great to have this new PvP experience, really focused on combat and fighting with your crewmates. And with the weekly events, you introduce a lot of objectives and missions to the adventure mode. Mm-hmm. But usually what I like to do with my friends is just go and have fun in the island. What are your plans for having interactions, for example, with the cooking pots that you have on the islands? And what are you interact with? Sometimes we see fish in the ocean, and this casual interaction that you can do with your friends just to have fun in the world. Yeah,
I think it comes back to what Joe said earlier. There's lots of ideas and things we could do, and some of this is it's on a whiteboard, and some of this is there's things the team are playing around with and mechanics, and some of it is things that we know we're going to do that we just got to find the right opportunity to talk about.
Yeah. So whatever we do, though, if we were ever to do anything like that, like fishing or cooking or whatever, it would be done in the Sea of Thieves style. We'd want to do something unique. It wouldn't be like you'd find in other games. And I can say that Mike Chapman, our design director, is very passionate about those features right now.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. So keep your eyes peeled in the future.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, we've got, do we have another question down here? I know that we've got, okay, great. Now, we're going to bring up on the screen up here. Tell us what we can see, what folks at home are taking a look at. If we can take a look at the monitor here, we've got some concept art. What are we looking at here?
Cool. So this is just an example of one of the rewards that you're going to be able to earn. So this is kind of the Sea Dog Cutlass from the arena. So again, you can see the styling, the colorization is very much the Sea Dog color. Same colorization you see in the logo itself.
Right.
So the kind of the red, the blue, and
and as we think about arena, it's another opportunity for us to give players opportunities to earn unique rewards, which form a part of their pirate story and their pirate legend in the same way as we do with the adventure mode. So again, we want that moment when you see a crew and you see them decked out with those unique cosmetics or those unique items that what they've done, they've achieved something to earn it.
Yeah. Lovely. All right, we've got another piece of concept art. If we could throw that up on the screen, and if you could explain this to us. Look at this.
So this is actually just a shot from the trailer. So just showing that like it's going to be bringing players together, going to be bringing crews together, but also that emergent nature of the world with EO2. So here you've got the storms, you've got the lightning. So yeah, in any session, in any arena session, a storm could roll in just like it does in the kind of adventure world. So like Craig said earlier, every session is going to play out differently because you're going to have all of these emergent things happening on top of what you're doing as a player.
Now, with Arena, will it exist next to the world? Will you be using the same exact world? So, am I going to go to Forsaken Shores? Am I going to have a sense for it, or are you giving me an entirely new area? Tell me about that.
You're going to be, there were going to be arenas set up in the kind of existing world.
I see.
So the Sea Dogs Tavern is going to actually be in the main world. So you're going to be able to see it kind of externally.
Sure, that's your entry point.
Yeah. And so it's going to be in that world. So we're going to be setting up arenas and using the kind of best places really in the existing world.
Yeah, and we definitely want to, there's the mechanical sense of what Arena is, which is I want to play in the arena or I want to go do adventure mode, which is the very game, pick an option, decide what you're going to do. There's also the kind of lore and story aspect, which is, the reason we announced it as a trailer with DeMarco is really, it's about competition coming to Sea of Thieves.
Sure.
And we want players to talk about the arenas as an in-world thing. So, we know pirate crews have sailed out to an arena, they've competed with other pirate crews and they've won. And that is another way for crews to build notoriety and legend. So there's a kind of mechanical part, which is as a player, how do you get in, matchmake, how do we matchmake together, how do we do all that kind of nuts and bolts. But then there's the thematic lore, which is, hey, the Sea Dogs have come to the world, they've brought competition, crews will go on these competitions, and then they'll earn notoriety in that way. So
the matchmaking is all going to happen. It's not like I'm going to go choose a Sea Dog server 1, server 2. It's just kind of, again, Joe,
literally
the magic will happen.
Indeed, yeah. But you're like, for the front end, because at the moment you just load in straight into Sea of Thieves, whereas you'll have a choice now between the arena or adventure.
So you can do that at the top of the game.
Yeah, that'll be it at the start, and then you'll pick your crew size, and then you'll just go in, and we'll matchmake you into a session with others. And so, but the way it will work with you starting in the tavern, and like all good fights, they start in a pub, right? But you start in the tavern, then you're out in the in the kind of competitive mode. You come back to the tavern, and we'll keep those crews together. So as long as you stay in, you'll kind of be playing against, because we really want to build up that kind of ongoing rivalry with crews, and we want to see people make friends there, like the Ferry of the Damned. Even if you've been fighting each other and you meet on there, you share stories about how you've died or whatever, and you make friends. We want to see that happen in the competition mode. So again, we want it to be played in the same spirit as Sea of Thieves is played in, and yes, have competition, have rivalry, but at the end of it, share a grog in the tavern and kind of and make friends.
It'll still invoke stories and adventures, but in a different way, with different parameters and different goals.
It's
Well, I think it's really clear and obvious that you guys are really committed to the game, to the longevity of the game and the universe and the players. And we're here in Mexico City. We've got a lot of folks watching online. Do you have any final message to the players before we wrap up?
I think for me, and we announced the arena yesterday. Joe and I were both looking over sort of social media and our forums and Reddit, and all I'd say is, we are totally committed to Sea of Thieves. We're committed in expanding the arena and the adventure modes of the game. Trust that we're going to do that with our players. We're going to do that with the right intent to do the right things for the game. And people that worry about things like, whether it's splitting the player base or balance or anything, we're focused on that. And, we do some clever stuff with adventure that, when, as players have seen, when players leave the servers, we'll matchmake people and migrate people to different servers. Yeah. So we do a lot of clever stuff. So,
we call it magic.
Yeah, our intentions are always to make the Sea of Thieves experience, whether that's in arena or adventure, the best it can be. Yeah. And we've spent multiple years making Sea of Thieves amazing. We continue to invest in both arena and adventure.
Yeah, and we want to bring as many players to Sea of Thieves as possible and give as many ways to play and kind of meet as many player motivations, like we've always said, for Sea of Thieves. And this is definitely an area that we've seen people have been asking for. There's really been some people that really want that competition on demand. And so it's really important for us that we meet that need. But at the same time, we know that what's made Sea of Thieves so special is this adventure world, this kind of emergent shared world thing where everyone has these amazing stories. And we've been meeting people here at XO18 who have been sharing those stories with us. And that's the thing that always happens. Whenever you meet anybody that's played Sea of Thieves, they'll show you a video on their phone that they captured a clip of something amazing that happened, or they'll share a story that was unique to them. Yep. And that's what made Sea of Thieves so special. So it's not like we're going to abandon that. And it's that's Sea of Thieves. That's at its heart, and that will happen.
That's the fuel to the engine.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
And for us, it's always about doing more. How can we do more? How can we give players more?
Right.
Yeah. And so And so speaking to our community, to everybody here, Sea of Thieves is nothing without its players, right? It's nothing without the stories, without the moments that everyone has. So thank you to everybody that has played so far, that shared the stories, that has made Sea of Thieves what it is, and will continue to make it so, right?
Yeah.
And we'll keep growing and adding and giving more opportunities for stories as long as people are playing and sharing them with us, right? So.
I will tell you right now that if you're not playing Sea of Thieves and you're not a Game Pass subscriber, go get it. Get it for $1.
Yeah.
Okay? Check it out, and it is probably the most fun you can have for $1. I'll tell you that right now. So go check that out. So I want to thank you guys. I want to thank everybody here in Mexico. Thank you very much. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Joe. If you want more information, go check out seaofthieves.com, and we will leave you with this trailer for the arena.
You came here for something new. The spirit of competition runs through your veins. And who am I to disappoint? I introduce to the Sea of Thieves, the arena! Trust in your crew and earn the respect of your rivals. Together, compete for glory!